What's up, guys? Welcome back. Something funny that you may notice when you go out there in public is that you're going to notice that once you decide that you have chosen this journey, you've chosen to walk this path where everything and anything you do is solely for your soul, meaning that you're gonna operate purely on spirit. Um, you can no longer be around low vibrational people. All right, that's one of the primary things that you're going to understand that these people are nothing like you. They just want to drag you into their problems. They want to keep you down with them, like think of crabs in a bucket. All right, I'm sure you know what I mean. Um, and since they see something in you that they don't have and they want really bad, they will make sure, they will go out of their way to make comments, snide remarks, and do things in front of you, actions in front of you to make you feel small, unimportant, and less than. It's all part of their plan. It's all because, well, whether most of the time they do it, most of the time, I think it's safe to say here that it is done on purpose because why else would people do those things if they weren't trying to actively compensate for something they don't have? And I'm not sitting here, I'm sure you all know this. I'm not sitting here saying I'm better than everyone or you're better than everyone and let's talk about how great we are. No, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that this is the reality. It's how it is. This is how people are and it's how they're going to be. Because once you choose this path, once you decide to answer the call, you can't go back. There, and it's not like you want to go back. It's a literally. I'm just gonna say, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally, you have you have no interest to go back because of the low vibration, because of this frequency that you cannot resonate with anymore. And people, they can feel that on you. They can feel your presence the minute you walk, before you walk in the room, and the second you do walk in the room, and then it's like a trap. Like everyone's waiting. I'm not trying to sound cynical or scare anybody here. I'm sure I'm not scaring anyone, but let me paint a picture here. Have you walked into a store or a shopping place where there's people on the floor, workers, and you walk in and you feel their energy because as a high vibrational person, you can feel low vibrations and high vibrations. Our intuition is sharp like that. The second you feel their low energy, it's like a Wi-Fi connection. You kind of feel them connecting to you all of a sudden. Like it's like the connections are made the second you're in that vicinity. And what's gonna happen is these people will like look at you sideways, then they'll do a double take, and then they'll start watching you. They will because they'll think in their mind, since they're not on your frequency, they're not on your level, they're gonna feel threatened. And immediately, especially if you go into a store, that gives them every excuse to just start watching you and following you from a distance. I've had people follow me in stores. Like I said, that connection happens, and then I see these people looking at me. I see my vision, my peripheral vision. I see them looking at me, and immediately they start following me. And then I turn around and there's like another associate like 10 feet from me. So they'll follow you from afar and up close. And it's no big deal really, but it's like these are things I notice that people are going to feel that you're different and they're not going to like it. And then they'll ask, this is I'm using the shopping store as an example. They'll ask, you finding everything okay? Do you need any help? And I remember one time, actually a lot of times people are like, do you need help finding anything today? And I'm very polite, like, oh no, I think I've got it. I'm just looking for like this and this. I think it's down here, I think. And then I'll start doing it. But then like they won't take no for an answer, and if you start walking away, they will physically follow you. And like I said, it's like a trap. So, but if you ignore them, I guess they assume you have headphones in, like earbuds in, or they will think something's very wrong, and then they're gonna actually call someone on their walkie and say, it'll just they're gonna escalate the situation, which is really, I think it's pretty stupid if you ask me. So I find it hard to go anywhere in public because I'm constantly disarming people, and it's exhausting. And it's like I don't want to be friendly with people. It's not that I'm not a friendly person, but I want to keep to myself. And it's these people won't let you stay to yourself, so you have to engage. And once you engage, it's like being pulled over by a cop. If you say I plead the fifth and you don't say anything, they're just gonna keep you there longer to piss you off. But if you start talking, they will find something to incriminate you for because that's what they're looking for. You know, that's why they want you to roll your window down all the way. That's why they want you to get afraid and start over explaining to the police. That way they can find something wrong with you. They want you to look nervous. They want you to, if they say I smell alcohol, they want you to start talking and stuff and start blabbering your way to an arrest. Many times that's how I feel it is with everyday life and with people. And it's something I can't avoid because the only way I mean, I have avoided it before, but the way I do it is by acting low vibrational. And here's what I mean. This is where it gets interesting. If I go somewhere and I just don't want anyone to notice me, don't want anyone to talk to me, I'll act low vibrational. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is I'll start walking really fast, like I've got somewhere to go. I'll be on my phone the whole time, so people will just think I'm busy and they won't bother. Um, I will. This is very rare, but sometimes I will go out of my way to start asking people for help, like where something is or where I can find XYZ, you know, whatever it is I'm looking for. And the second I start engaging, people don't want to engage with me anymore because they see what kind of person you are. Even if when I'm walking or people block my path on purpose, even though they had 50 square feet wherever they could go, but they choose to step right in front of my line of walking or wherever I'm going. It's intentional. It is purely intentional because of this frequency that they feel that I'm on, and they want a piece of it. They want attention, or they just want to disrupt it. And maybe they're doing it without. I say it's intentional, but it's probably 20% of the time it's probably unintentional, subconscious, but the other 80%, it's these people actually, they look at you dead in the eye and they just don't like you. And that's fine. That's part of the process. Um, but as they try and get you to, as I said before, it's kind of like a trap. And on the surface level, it doesn't look like a trap. Anyone walking by can just see, oh, they're trying to help you.